For decades, Dr. Phil McGraw has been America's trusted relationship guru. But at 74, he's made a shocking revelation about his own marriage. Join us as we uncover the truth behind Dr. Phil's unexpected divorce from his wife of 47 years, Robin McGraw. Dr. Phil's early life and career. Philip Calvin McGraw, known to millions as Dr. Phil, was born on September 1, 1950, in Vinita, Oklahoma. Raised in the oil fields of North Texas, young Phil learned the value of hard work from an early age. His father, Joseph McGraw, Jr., worked as an equipment supplier, while his mother, Ann Geraldine, tended to the household. At just 13, Phil took his first job at an A&W root beer stand, later working at a local pizza chain. These early experiences instilled in him a strong work ethic that would serve him well throughout his life. But it was his father's decision to pursue a career in psychology that would truly shape Phil's future. The family's move to Kansas marked a turning point. At Shawnee Mission North High School, Phil excelled in football, earning a scholarship to the University of Tulsa. However, his path wasn't straightforward. He transferred to Midwestern State University, where he earned his bachelor's in psychology in 1975. Driven by a thirst for knowledge, Phil continued his education, obtaining a Ph.D. in clinical psychology from the University of North Texas in 1979. His dissertation on rheumatoid arthritis showcased an early interest in the mind-body connection, a theme that would recur throughout his career. Phil's professional life began in his father's psychology practice, but he soon ventured into the world of self-help seminars. In 1989, he founded Courtroom Sciences, Inc., a trial consulting firm that would ultimately lead him to his big break. It was through CSI that Phil met Oprah Winfrey, assisting her during her beef trial in Texas. Impressed by his psychological insights, Oprah invited Phil to appear on her show. His no-nonsense approach and practical advice resonated with viewers, catapulting him into the spotlight. By 2002, Dr. Phil had launched his own syndicated show, quickly becoming a household name. His direct style and focus on getting real with guests made him a unique voice in daytime television. But as his public profile rose, so did the scrutiny of his personal life. Dr. Phil's first marriage. Long before he became America's trusted television psychologist, Phil McGraw was a young man in love. In 1970, at just 20 years old, he married his high school sweetheart, Debbie Higgins. The couple seemed to embody the American dream. He was a football player, she was a cheerleader, and their future looked bright. However, the reality of their marriage was far from idyllic. Years later, Higgins would come forward with allegations that painted a troubling picture of their brief union. According to Higgins, McGraw was controlling and domineering, expecting her to conform to traditional gender roles that left little room for her own aspirations. Higgins claimed that McGraw insisted she stay home, limiting her involvement in their business ventures. She also alleged that he pressured her to maintain a certain physical appearance, even pushing her to lift weights to enhance her bust line. These accusations stand in stark contrast to the image of the empathetic counselor that Dr. Phil would later cultivate. Perhaps most damaging were the allegations of infidelity. Higgins asserted that McGraw had been unfaithful during their marriage, a claim that he has never publicly addressed. The strain of these issues, combined with the pressures of a young marriage, proved too much for the couple to bear. After just 3 years in 1973, the marriage ended in annulment. The speed with which the relationship dissolved hinted at the deep-seated issues that had plagued it from the start. For years, McGraw remained tight-lipped about this chapter of his life, rarely acknowledging it in interviews or his books. The experience of this failed marriage would undoubtedly shape McGraw's views on relationships, potentially influencing the advice he would later dispense to millions of viewers. It also raises questions about the gap between public persona and private reality, a theme that would resurface later in McGraw's life. As McGraw moved forward, building his career and public image, the specter of this first marriage lingered. It served as a reminder of his own fallibility, a counterpoint to the confident, all-knowing figure he would become on television. For many, the revelation of this early relationship added a layer of complexity to their understanding of Dr. Phil, challenging the notion of the infallible advice giver. Meeting and marrying Robin McGraw. In the wake of his first marriage's dissolution, Phil McGraw's life took an unexpected turn in 1973, shortly after his annulment from Debbie Higgins. He met Robin Jo Jamieson. Unlike his whirlwind first marriage, this relationship would prove to be transformative and enduring. Robin, then just 19 years old, brought a sense of stability and warmth to Phil's life. Their connection was immediate and profound, with Phil later recalling how Robin introduced a level of comfort and understanding he had never before experienced. Despite their youth, there was a maturity to their bond that set it apart from Phil's previous relationship. The couple married in 1976, beginning a partnership that would span decades and weather the storms of fame and public scrutiny. From the outset, Robin played a crucial role in Phil's life, not just as a romantic partner, but as a steadying influence and confidant. As Phil's career began to take off, Robin remained a constant presence, supporting his ambitions while maintaining a strong sense of her own identity. She was there through his years of private practice, the founding of Courtroom Sciences, Inc., and his eventual rise to television stardom. When Phil made his debut on The Oprah Winfrey Show, Robin was by his side offering encouragement and insight. As his appearances became more frequent and his popularity grew, she helped him navigate the unfamiliar waters of celebrity, keeping him grounded in the face of sudden fame. The launch of the Dr. Phil Show in 2002 marked a new chapter in their lives. Robin became a familiar face to millions of viewers, often appearing on the show to offer her own perspective on relationship issues. Her warm presence and obvious affection for Phil endeared her to audiences, and the couple quickly became seen as relationship role models. Throughout their marriage, Phil and Robin welcomed two sons, Jay and Jordan. Robin's role as a mother was one she embraced wholeheartedly, with Phil often crediting her as the heart of their family. He frequently praised her parenting skills, stating that their sons had become the men they were largely due to Robin's influence and care. As the years passed, Phil and Robin's relationship seemed to only grow stronger. They co-authored books on relationships, made public appearances together, and consistently presented a united front to the world. Their marriage appeared to be a testament to the relationship advice Phil dispensed daily on his show, a living example of commitment, mutual respect, and enduring love. The public image of Dr. Phil and Robin's marriage. For years, Dr. Phil and Robin McGraw's marriage was held up as the gold standard of celebrity relationships. Their public image was carefully crafted, presenting a united front of unwavering support and affection. On the Dr. Phil Show, Robin was a frequent guest, often weighing in on relationship issues and presenting a picture of marital bliss. The couple co-authored relationship advice books, sharing what they claimed were the secrets to their successful marriage. In interviews, they spoke of their deep connection, their shared values, and their commitment to working through any challenges. Together, Dr. Phil often credited Robin with being the stabilizing force in his life, the one who kept him grounded amidst the chaos of fame. Their public appearances were marked by displays of affection and mutual admiration. Red carpet events invariably featured the couple arm in arm, smiling for the cameras. In television interviews, they finished each other's sentences and shared loving glances, reinforcing the image of a couple still very much in love after decades together. Social media became another platform for showcasing their seemingly perfect union. Robin's Instagram account was filled with photos of the couple, often accompanied by gushing captions about their love and partnership. Dr. Phil's Twitter feed regularly featured declarations of love for his wife, particularly on anniversaries and birthdays. The McGraw home life, as presented to the public, seemed idyllic. They spoke of family dinners, shared hobbies, and their joy in grandparenting. Their sons, Jay and Jordan, were often brought into this narrative, painted as products of a loving, stable home. This carefully curated image served not just as a personal brand for the McGraws, but as a cornerstone of Dr. Phil's professional reputation. His ability to dispense relationship advice was bolstered by the apparent success of his own marriage. Viewers and readers were encouraged to trust his guidance based, in part, on the example set by his relationship with Robin. Behind the scenes. Growing apart. Despite the picture-perfect image presented to the public, the reality of Dr. Phil and Robin McGraw's marriage was far more complex. Behind the scenes, the couple was grappling with challenges that would ultimately lead to the unraveling of their decades-long union. The pressures of fame took an undeniable toll on their relationship. Dr. Phil's meteoric rise to celebrity status brought with it intense scrutiny, not just of his professional life, but of his personal life as well.